Hi, everyone. Welcome to my weekly live. I am Julie Gilson and I'm with stampinggala.com. I can tell already that the camera isn't showing up very well. These projects are really beautiful and the lighting, I think, is just a little bit off. But I hope you like them. I use the Beautiful Butterflies bundle as well as, and I don't know if I can pronounce this correctly, Kintsugi Inspirations DSP, and it is I learned that Kintsugi is a Japanese art where they crush pottery or china and put it back together to make a unique look, something like that. Anyway, I hope you like these projects. Though I have this beautiful one here, and as you can see, the gold foil in there is actually from the DSP. I have a second card here, a fun fold, and I also have a really cute treat holder. And as always, I like people to guess what's in here. So we're going to be doing those. But before I start that, I do want to show you, I have been ordering the kits through Stampin' Up, and I am going to do a kit together on Zoom. And I'm going to, anybody who purchases this kit from me will be invited to the Zoom get together. And then I'll do door prizes on there as well. So I want to show you this kit. It is absolutely beautiful. It is, well, it's not on the out. It's called Birthday Fancy Kit. And I made all of the cards. And this kit happens to have 12 cards. You get the ink spot and you get a stamp set. And there were some things left over too that you can decorate the inside of the cards. But let me show you how pretty these are. Look how pretty the envelopes are. Here's one card here. I like some of them a whole lot. Another card. I should just lay them out for you. Okay. Let me see. Here is a third card. They're all centered around birthdays. And I love the colors on these. These are my colors. I would love to hear your opinion on this. And I was not into kits at all, but these are so pretty. There's another. So what we would do on the kit together, we would just get on Zoom and create these kits. Isn't it pretty? I love them all. They're great to have on hand for a quick birthday card. So if you're interested in doing a kit together, let me know. Just say yes to kits in the comments so I know if this is going to be something you all would like. I think this is a great deal. I think it's only $25. And then, of course, you get your Stampin' Rewards back to you. All right. So anyway, 12 cards, you get a stamp set, an ink spot. There, like I said, there's stuff left over. And what I may do too is take a couple of them and upscale them. So anyway, I'd love to hear what your comments are about this. So that is called Beautiful Fancy. Let me see. Birthday Fancy. Here it is. Birthday Fancy Kit. Okay. All right. Hey, Dawn. All right. So we're making these today. And like I said, it doesn't show up very well on camera. But here is the bundle. And you may even have this bundle already. So this is the bundle here. And I have used this in the past. So if you ever go to my blog at stampinggala.com, and if you just click on the gallery, or even just search Beautiful Butterflies, anything I've done with this set will come up. Okay, so there you have that. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to start off with this one right here, this fun fold. And I just love the DSP. Okay, so this card base is Misty Moonlight. 7 1/4 by 5 1/2, and it's scored at 4 1/4. Okay. Then look at this DSP. Is that gorgeous? So I'm layering it on a piece of gold foil, and I'll trim off any excess. And ladies, I do want to remind you that tomorrow is the last day for free shipping. So any order of $75 or more, you get free shipping, which is a nice deal. I will be placing an order for, I'm going to try and get a lot of my stuff that I'm using for my retreat. I know I can't get, I'm taking a guess on it as far as the color cardstock, but you can bet that I'll be using red and granny apple green, basic white, of course, and I always use a blue. So probably pool party or something like that. So I'll be getting a lot of that, and it's also a great time to stock up on adhesives. Okay, so it looks like this is the right side up with this. Not like there's a bad way, but I think that looks the best. LaSheila, isn't it pretty? Do you have this DSP? It was one of those packs that I thought, I'm not going to really like this, but I do. And I can, if you all want to see the DSP, I can show you the other ones. Don't you love it, LaSheila? Okay, so then what we have, I'm going to show you what I did here. Okay, I'm using the party banner dies. Let me show you them. I use them quite a bit right here. All right, and let me see which ones I use. The small one is that one. So it's the fourth smallest, okay, for the white one. And then the next size up for the gold and the Misty Moonlight. But I have to show you what I did here. I wanted to have a little bit of a, let me see. So I'm going like this and laying it right down like that. And I'm going to trim off around it. Now, ladies, if you're new to my channel, please let me know so we can give you a warm welcome. Okay, so I'm just going to push it down as far as I can go here, and I will trim it a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to trim this off. I just wanted a little bit of gold around here, not that big piece. Okay, so I'm just going to see what I mean, just a little bit, and trim it down here. And then this side. And you know, I probably don't even have to trim up the bottom, but let me see. The last side is a little bit more difficult because I don't have an edge right here that I can push these up on. So just a little bit more here. And I went a little bit too far, but it'll be okay because there will be a bow that's covering it. There. Oh no, that looks good. Okay, so we have that. So it just adds that touch of gold around there. And then I have another one here that I'm going to layer it on with dimensionals. So ladies, I wanted to tell you, thank you so much for sending cards to my sister as well as my friend Barbara. As I mentioned before, Barbara is 88 years old. She has nobody taking care of her. We just met her in the hospital with Patty. I talked to her today, and she wanted me to tell everybody, thank you so much. It makes her day. She's so excited to get cards in the mail. She said she was in the hospital since January. She just got out on the 7th, I think it was, she didn't receive one card in the May when she was in the hospital. She said it she gets so tickled. When she gets her mail every day, there's a new card in the mail, and she said, this is her exact words. This is the nicest thing that has ever been done for me. So it's if you haven't sent her one, if you'd like her address, I can give it to you. It is 18933 Shady Side, and that's Livonia, Michigan 48152. And I can put it on my blog or on my Facebook page as well. So I just am thrilled that it made such a difference in her life. It's so, so sad. Especially, oh, am I missing one of those? Since I think she has a son, but he's never come to see her when she was in the hospital. It's terrible. Okay, so we have these, and what I did was die cut these. You can see right here, this die cut, and this is I don't even know what you call this part of the butterfly, but I did this in gold, and then this in the DSP. Okay, let me show you that. This is the DSP that I used right here for the butterflies. This is the paper I used for the background. Okay, and then just a gold foil, but this is the rest of the paper. It is so, so beautiful. I love this too. This is a more subtle piece. I use that in this set as well. Then we have a couple others. This one is pretty. It's got some swirls on it. And right there. So if you don't have this is, oh, and these you can cut out with the dies directly from the dies. So anyway, so that's the paper right there. It is, I just threw my card. It went all the way across the room. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to put the butterflies together. So all I'm doing is putting a little bit of glue right here in the center of the butterfly. And I'm just going to I'm just going to call this the body. She had got a kick out of everybody. She was reading off the names of the people to me. And also she says she has them set up on her dresser and everything else. So it's kind of cool. Okay, where'd the other one go? Here's one. It wouldn't be my live if I didn't lose something. Okay, so I have the 3 butterflies now, and I don't know where the other one is that I'm going to need for my other card, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Okay, so what we're going to do is cut a little bit of the dimensionals here. I'm cutting like a half of one. All right. Nicole, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but it's Kintsugi, Kintsugi impressions. Okay, so we're going to go one here. And I'm going to wait to put the other 2 on, okay? And you'll see why in a second. Okay, so we're going to stamp Happy Birthday, and we are doing that in Misty Moonlight. And this is in the same set. And I will do some trimming on this. Perfect. All right. So you bring this in. I'm trimming this up a little bit. I'm just eyeballing it. All right. And then we'll just take this piece here and we're going to glue that on and we'll trim the rest off. Okay, and then we'll trim it this way. And I do want to thank LaSheila for the beautiful flowers for my sister. And also, she sent me a beautiful gift. So thank you, LaSheila. You don't have to do that all the time. I got it late yesterday. Okay, so we're going to put this right here. And this is why I wanted to wait to put the other, I'm going to raise it just a little bit. It's a little bit lower than halfway. Okay, so now I'm going to just glue this one down. It's going to go under here a little bit. Okay. And then this one will go back up on a dimensional. Here's something else, Sheila. Okay, so I'm kind of, as you can see, I'm kind of getting this one so it's going on the sentiment. Then I have these, and I don't remember the names of them, and they're in the Misty Moonlight, but I will get the name when I put it on the PDF and on my blog. And just remember, if you want these make and takes, all you have to do is place a $50 order or more, and I'll send them to you. And if it's $75 or more, you'll get the make and takes, plus you'll get free shipping. And in addition to that, you'll get a minimum of $7.50 back in your 10% for your next order. Okay. All right. So now we're going to take these right here. And it's just, I just have some basic white. So we're going to put this on here. And I did have one of these small butterflies for inside, but I don't know what happened to it. I dropped it or something. Let me see if it, I don't know what happened. Let me see. You know what'll happen is I'll find it afterwards. Oh, well. And then there is a couple other things I need to do on the outside of the card still. Okay, so we're going to put this down. I usually find it after my presentation, of course. Okay, so this is the smallest die in that party banner set. So I'm just going to trim this in half, and you don't have to be real accurate on the size. And I'll show you what we're going to do here. This bottom one, I'm going to put some glue on it. And it's going to get lined up right in here. Just like that. And then the top one, I want to make sure I get because there's kind of like when you die cut it, there's kind of like a border on it. Yes, they are. Nicole, you got that right. I have the best team. Okay, so there you go. There is your first project. I hope you, oh no, I got to do a bow. Sorry about that. But you know what? The next card does not have a bow. I tried to put one on it and it just did not look right anywhere. But you know, I'm thinking something different now that I could put a different gold bow on it and would look okay. So I'm going to try that. I can get this off my finger now. It was so hot here today. Oh my gosh, I think it was 90 degrees. I hope you all are staying cool. Okay, so this is going to go right there. Now your project is done. Okay, so there you go. I hope you like this. All right, so we're going to move on to this card here. And this is the one that bow did not look good on. So we'll show you what we're going to do. Okay, let me grab that stuff. Okay, so we have a piece of Misty Moonlight that's 5.5 by 8.5, and it's scored at 4 1/4. Okay. Next, I have 2 pieces of basic white. This one is 4 7/8 by 3 5/8. This one is 4 3/4 by 3 1/2, and I embossed it with the exposed brick embossing folder. Oh my gosh, I would die. And this is a piece of the DSP. It's 3 by 3 1/2. And I want to show you something. I just have a piece of a gold foil, and it's a 1/4 inch by, it's too long. I'm going to trim it off. But on my sample right here, we did this right here. We did the border, but you can't even see it. So I'm just doing a line, which I think will look better. So my first thing is I'm going to stick this on the back. Okay. So I will just put a little dot going down the side. And this is on the 3 1/2 inch side. And I just want this to go, and I'll trim it off. Okay, just like that. All right, so next I have this piece I'm going to put it on, and that's going to go right here. I love cooler temperatures, not real cold, but not this hot. And I remember my sister said to me, "Why do you do cruises? Because you hate the heat." And she's got a point there. Okay, now I just look and see if this is good. And you know what? I'm going to put a dot of glue under here because it's not holding all the way. Okay. All right, so that looks good, and there's no paper hangover, so that's going to go right on here. So is anybody interested in the Kit Together class online? Okay, so we're going to do this. All right, and I'm going to trim it off. Okay, that looks good. Awesome. It looks like we got a handful so far. So that'll be fun. We just do it on Zoom, and everybody that purchases a kit gets the Zoom link, and then we can make them together, and then I'll do door prizes. Okay, so here we go with that. Then we have two pieces here. Piece of gold, and this is from the Textured Notes dies. And this is going to be too big, and I always do that on purpose. You don't, Karen, do you not know how to do Zoom? It's really simple. All you got to do is download the Zoom app. And then I send you a link. It's really, really simple. Okay, so this is trimmed up nicely, and we're going to put this on with dimensionals. Zoom is great because we can see each other and talk, and it's fun. Talk back and forth. Okay, so we have that on there. All right. All right, so then here is the die cut of the butterfly, the large butterfly in that DSP. And then I have this. So we're going to put some glue here right in the center. I'm going to glue this down. Just putting this right in the center. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so what I'm going to do is cut some of the side pieces off. Of the dimensionals. Okay, and then do a couple more. Plus, the Halloween kit is so cute. The little, I should show you those. If anybody wants to see it, I'll show you those before we get off. And they're available now too. I made them with my grandson, and oh my gosh, they're adorable. Oh, that's so nice. Okay, so we're going to put this on, and I'm just trying to make sure that I have it lined up about the same. That looks about the same. Okay, just like that. And then we're going to take another one of these, and this time we're not going to back it with anything. And this is just a 1/2 inch. Let me show you what we're going to do here. I got some fuzz on here. Let me see if I can get that off. Try it out. Oh, that's better. There's some fuzz on here and I don't like that. So we're going to cut this on an angle like this and like this. Okay. And then what I like to do is take my bone folder, and on the end we're just going to curl it up this way, and on this side we're going to curl it down so it looks like a banner. Okay. Wow, Kathy. So it's going to go on right here. So what I'm going to do is put a little bit of glue right here and then a little bit of glue here. So that's where it's going to touch. And I want to make sure that I get it about in the same spot. All right, now remember I said I couldn't do a bow, but I got an, how about if I use this ribbon? Ah, good, Tanya, that's great. Are you a demonstrator as well? I know you get all of my stuff. When you guys see that Halloween kit, you're going to love it. Okay, so this will work either here or here. I'll put it over here so that way it'll hold down that side as well. The bigger bow just did not look right. Okay. All right, so far so good. And then we're going to grab some more of the little dots here. So I'm going to, oop, I left the backing off. So I'm going to put one here and one a little further up. Maybe, no, I don't like it there. Maybe right there. And one here. Okay, now I did have one of these. I'll show you what I was going to do. We're going to put this down right here, and I am doing it on the side. So I'm just going to put a little bit here, and I'll show you why. Because if I put it all over, before I get it straight, it'll be all over the place. Okay, and I'm going to get that secure. And then I'm just going to take a little piece of scrap, add the glue on here, and swipe it under. So that way it doesn't get all over. Okay. All right, so we're going to trim this off. Okay, I'm going to put this on here. And I'll just show you what I was going to do, and I'll do it a little bit later. Or if you don't mind, I'll run one through really quickly. Okay, I'm taking this die. Let me pop these out. And I'm going to run through on the die cutting machine. Okay, so I have it here. Let me pop it out of here. All right. So we're just going to put it on like this. Maybe more like this. No. And then I have one of the centers as well. Ladies, next week we get to see the holiday catalog, and I can't wait because I got to start immediately working on my Christmas retreat. I will have, for those of you that can't attend, I'm going to be doing some to go. If you're interested, let me know if you want one to go. And then in addition to that, I'll be preparing for my 12 Days of Christmas. And I know a lot of you love my 12 Days of Christmas. If you're asking me about my products, yes, I'm Julie, but anyway, if you're asking me, yes, I do. Put my product list. Okay, isn't that pretty? Just a little bit of detail on the inside. I will have it listed tomorrow morning, and I may even get the list on there tonight and then do my blog post in the morning. Okay, so isn't that pretty? So here is your second project. I hope you like it. Okay, so last but not least, did anybody guess what's in here? This is my final project. I always like to do a 3D project. So this one is my 3D project. And what I have in here is some turtles. See? And all you have to do is pull up on the ribbon and it comes out. Okay? So I got these turtles at the Dollar Tree. It's a big package too. So anyway, so let me show you how we're going to make those. All right. So this piece of cardstock is 5.5 by 7 3/4. On the 7 3/4 side, it's scored at 3/4. And then you turn it and you score at 1 3/4, 2.5, 4 1/4, and 5. Okay, so we're going to fold on all the score lines. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to cut this little rectangle out here, the one on the end. I'm going to make this into just kind of a tab. See what I mean? Okay, and then with these, I'm going to cut up on each side of the score mark all the way up to the intersecting score line. So what I'm doing is cutting that score right out. This is so easy to make, it's not even funny. Okay, so now if I fold the tabs down and leave these things up, I can either just tear them off like that. But if there's a little bit left over, see right there, there's a tiny bit, and just fold those down and trim that off. Okay, you don't want any junk hanging there. Okay, so what we're going to do is this tab right here, we're going to put the glue on there. All right. And just fold it right over. Hey, Denise. All right. So you see, then the seam is right back here. So what we're going to do is turn in the small tabs first, and then from the one from the back going forward, I'm just going to put a dot of glue here and here. Nothing big, just enough to hold those together. And then you always go to fold the one that's in the front back, because then all the seams will be on the back. Okay, and I don't think this is going to be big enough. Or let me see. All right, it's kind of short. All right, that should do it. All right, so then what I'm going to do, and like I said, the seam is back here. So what I'm going to do is push this. This is just a 1/2 inch punch. You can use any, really, it doesn't matter what punch you use. I'm going to center it, push it all the way down, and punch. And I'm going to turn it over and do the same thing again. Okay, so you can see it goes all the way through then. And just remember to make sure the seam is in the back. Okay, I have 2 pieces of here. I have gold foil and I have the white, basic white, and this is embossed. This is 1 1/4 by 5 1/4. And this one, I'm going to put this on, and it's just a little bit bigger. It is 1 3/8 by 5 5/8. Well, you better get it tomorrow, Kathy, because it's free shipping. They get you every time, don't they? I'm going to stack up on a lot of paper. Okay, so this is going to go on right here. Ladies, if you like this video, please make sure you give me a thumbs up and share my video. I would really appreciate it. Okay, I'm just centering it here from side to side, and it's coming down a little bit below the holes there. Okay, so then I have 3 butterflies and 3 of the centers. And I will show you, I will show you how the candy bar is pulled out too. Let me put some glue right in the centers here. Put these on. Did I put those on? Yeah. Okay, I'm going to work with the dimensionals here. I have little pieces here. That's all I need. And let's stick this on. All right, and what I'm going to do is put the one in the center first. Okay, so I can put this on right here, and I know that 2 3/4 is half of 5 1/2, so it doesn't have to be perfect, but that's where I'm going to start it right there. Okay, so then I know that's pretty centered, and then I'll put one there and one there. Okay, so and then finally Okay, there's the last one. Yeah, the holiday catalog we get to see on Wednesday. If you're a customer of mine, I am doing a catalog mailing, but if you're not opted in to receive my mailings, you will not get a catalog. And your phone number has to be on there as well. Okay, so far so good. Then I have this right here, and these are from the Nested Essential Dies. So I used the second smallest and then the third smallest. And I'm going to show you what I did here. Okay, so we're going to stamp hello right on here. Perfect. Now I can close this. Okay, now I want to shorten this one as well. So we're going to put this glue on here. I'm going to bring it almost all the way down to, I want this trim here on the bottom. All right. And then we're going to trim it off. So again, I just want a little bit of the gold showing except for on the bottom. And then over here. Okay, this looks really good. See what I mean? All right, so I need to grab I just have a simple hole punch here. I'll punch a hole just like that. And Dorothy, you're a demonstrator. When you place an order, you'll get one. Okay, so I'm going to put this. It'll come in your first order. Okay, so we got that, and we're just going to set that aside for a second. Now we're going to take our box, going to take the ribbon and feed this through just like that. Okay, so you're just putting it through the back and then to the front. Then we're going to take the turtles, just drop it in there, and it forces the ribbon down. So then here we're just going to tie the bow. Don't forget, ladies, I'll show you that Halloween set before I get off here. I love turtles. These are so good. They're addicting, I think. Okay, so we want the bow to be nice and fluffy and pretty. Okay, and before I put this on, I'm going to grab one of the gemstones here. Just put this on. I think I'll put it down here this time. All right, so I'm going to take this and take this piece and put it under here. So we're just going to tie this on. And we're going to tie it in a bow. So, and then it's just another ribbon on here. That looks pretty. And this kind of got wrapped around it. All right. All right, so isn't that pretty? Who wouldn't want those? So here is your final project. Now, I am just so curious which card you like the best. This was the second one, and then this one was the first one. I bet, Dorothy, I could do that. Okay, I'm going to grab the Halloween stuff. They're right on my back table, and I'll be right there. You know what? They're upstairs. Let me run upstairs and get them. Okay. So this is a kit, a Halloween kit. Let me get these out of the way. This Halloween kit, you get 15 of these treat boxes. This is the first one, and these are quite large. It's 5.5 inches from here to here, and they're really sturdy. Okay, so this is the first one. Here is the second one. Aren't they cute? Look. And then here, put this one, but move the bow. And here is the third one. So are these not so cute? I think they're so adorable. I made these with my grandson and his friends, and they just loved them. So anyway, ladies, thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate you stopping by and spending your evening with me. And as always, if you want the make and takes, just send an order in to my online store by Sunday of $50 or more, and you'll get the make and takes for free. If it's $75 or more, you get free shipping. So thanks again, and thank you for allowing me to earn your business. Have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.